Welcome back to movementprofessional.com. Today's movement of the week is an elevated push-up, like the first two movements that we did, the hip hinge against the wall and the single leg stance. It's a fundamental movement pattern that leads to other movement patterns. So basically it's just getting organized in doing a pushing motion. All right, so we do an elevated version just because most people will get on the ground, try to do a push-up, and just don't have the superficial stability in order to do so. So one of the best ways to modify is just to put it on an elevation. We'll use a plinth in the clinic for this example. So I just want the idea here is that a push-up is not just getting up and down off the ground, but it's actually organizing from the midline and using the midline to work through the motion. So it's basically like a moving plank. All right, so enjoy. Okay, Amy, on a high table, you're going to have your wrists right under your shoulders. You're going to have the heels pressing together so that you can tighten your buttocks. So you'll feel like you're rolling your hips outward to tighten the buttocks. You're going to feel like your belly button is pulled in, so you're going to have tension across the lower belly and in the buttocks. Your chin will be tucked, so the back of your head is relatively straight in a straight line down to the hip here. All right, or you can think, let me undo that for a second. You can think the back of the head down to the tailbone is making a relatively straight line. All right, we have different curvature in our spine, so it's not going to be perfect, but that's the idea there. All right, so you're also going to have your hands, fingertips facing forward, and you're going to try to screw your hands into the table so the front of the elbows move to face the front of the room, or to face in front of you, and that'll keep your elbows in. So as we start moving through the push-up, you can see the elbows stay in tight to the body because I've already screwed the shoulders into the socket. All right, and nothing changes at the very end there. I kind of came forward a little bit, but the idea is to try to keep that straight line all the way through. Okay, let's go back here. So straight line as much as you can all the way through. Okay, I will admit I break a little bit here, and that is not something you want to try to do, but that's why it's practice and you work on it. All right, but that's the goal. And then when you push back up in a similar fashion. Okay, trying to keep everything tight, buttocks, belly, chin tucked, elbows facing forward, heels touching. Okay, so that's the push-up.